You know, I don't want to be a negative Nancy all the time, so this video will consist mostly of praise. Kimetsu no Yaiba has some interesting female characters, and I haven't actually seen anyone picking the best of them, which is weird, cause it's a fun topic. So, how about I do it? Full disclosure, the following characters are chosen based on my preference and a number of personal criteria. I'm just having fun here, so forgive me if I get carried away. Also, keep in mind that this is not a tier list. There's no ranking involved, no first, second, and third place, because I cannot decide which female character is the best. You know, scratch that, I can. For me, it's probably Shinobu. If you're a demon, meeting her would be a total nightmare. She's an expert at dodging and poisoning, so even if you manage to devour her, she would still come out on top. And I bet she's a top. Anyways, she'll just dance around, poking you with her katana, delivering a slow and painful demise. Very effective against low-tier demons. And she does all that with a smile on her face. You look at certain people and instantly get that they were born for killing. It's like a very potent vibe. Some channel it in video games, others experiment on rats. Well, Shinobu revels in watching demons suffer, gurgling on their own blood and slowly decaying. She loves it. Almost like it brings her another type of satisfaction. It especially shows in her voice. The way she talks just sends me over the moon. Sure, it's unnatural and you won't find anyone talking like that in the real world, but the way the voice actress utilizes her diaphragm to sound almost seductive is just… mwah! I love that they did not try making Shinobu just another high-pitched girl that can shatter glass with her voice. If someone asks me how a cute girl should sound, I show them Shinobu. I like everything about her, from her features and those freakishly big eyes, don't know how they fit in her skull by the way, to the fact that behind that nice and kind facade there's a true femme fatale. And speaking of eyes, that gradient is quite unique and only adds to her cuteness. Although she dresses a bit too modest for my liking, but you can still see some curves and she's got a nice waistline. She's very slim and, yeah, I'm starting to forget we're talking about an animated character here. Funny thing is, when I first saw her, I confused that butterfly on her head for cat ears. They would have made her even cuter, but I get that the butterfly makes more sense considering her breathing technique. Overall, her character design is on point. Everything comes together in this neat package. She really is like a butterfly. Not physically strong, but evasive and deceptively beautiful. I agree with Zenitsu. Shinobu's appearance can get her far in life. I wonder what he was picturing when he said that. Well, I for one imagine her approaching me from behind and saying, "Good evening, isn't the moon lovely tonight?" Yeah, moving on. Next up is Nezuko. I bet you knew about her prior to watching the anime. She's an endless source of memes and a favorite character of a huge portion of the fanbase. Nezuko is instantly recognizable and encompasses pretty much everything about the franchise. She's the first thing that comes to mind when people mention Kimetsu no Yaiba. You might think I'm gonna be praising her big mommy form. On the contrary, my friend, I actually don't like it. She becomes too uncontrollable and unpredictable, screams at the top of her lungs, stomps around acting all aggressive. She's more like Orochimaru than a younger sister in those moments. Her adult form is not worth the trouble whatsoever. You would have to risk your life stopping her. But when she turns into this cute girl, she instantly becomes more likable, so it's best to keep that muzzle on. That innocent face, impressive splits and pulsating veins look far more appealing than those big, you know what. And I'm not talking about doing anything adult with her, cause it gets too murky here. Yes, she can grow all the required parts, but chronologically she is still a minor. So I'll settle for friendly hugs like she did with Tamayo. Speaking of Tamayo, she is reliable, kind, and judging by her mansion, quite rich, with similar cute gradient eyes, but a bit too old. Sure, she doesn't look a day over 20, but she's been around for more than 500 years, which makes her hard to impress. She is perfect dating material for someone who wants a real challenge though. I imagine it would be harder to become dominant in a relationship with her than with Shinobu, for example. But hey, overcoming this challenge would be impressive to say the least. We should not forget that Tamayo is also wise, so creating a strong partnership with her is definitely a possibility. This douche might be in the way, but I don't care. I'll seduce him too if need be. Tamayo is definitely worth it. Becoming a demon and losing Muzan's grip would be perfect scenario in this situation, as it gives more time to play the long con. But if you want something easier, then Mitsuri might be right up your alley. When it comes to her design, it seems like the artists deliberately drew her for, fantasy purposes? She's a petite, shy girl that isn't really fleshed out that much in the anime. In the manga, however, oh boy, there's a lot of flesh. You can see her from all possible angles, and sometimes it feels like her chest is about to fall out of the dress. And you haven't seen nothing yet. In the very first frame where she is introduced, where a character is supposed to wow the audience, she appears totally naked. That's certainly impressive. And I'm not gonna show you the full image, hopefully that motivates you to read the manga. Don't worry, Mitsuri is 19 years old, so the FBI is not gonna bust ya. The reason why I said she's easier is because of her sweet naivete. It is the core of her character. She looks longingly at pretty much every guy around her. Not that she's promiscuous or anything, more like she represents the theme of love due to her breathing style. She is a love pillar after all, so making her polish your love pillar will not be a challenge. On a more serious note, she and Shinobu are perfect examples of great character design. Daki. Did I say Mitsuri is shown from every angle? I lied. Daki shows a lot more. In any of her scenes, it feels like the camera centers on the most interesting part of her body. She arches her back even in battle, so that gives you ample time to check out her goodies. Just like Nezuko in her demon form, Daki is intense, acting like she's in control, but when she can't handle the pressure, she breaks down in tears and runs to her brother for protection, which shows that there is a softer side to her. That contrast makes her nuanced, and in those moments she becomes even cuter than Nezuko. Same with Aoi. This impulsive young woman is going around with that judgmental look, acting all tough and dominant, but as soon as you grab her, she starts crying for help. What? Oh, you think it's inappropriate? Tell that to Tengen who slapped her in this moment. How come I'm a criminal for insinuating something, but he's in the clear? That's not fair, guys. Let's just continue. Last one is Kano. Okay, I see your point now. It's a third character under 18 on this list, and I have been a bit thirsty throughout this video. But don't worry, I like Kano for different reasons, that's why I'm mentioning her at the end. I would like to end this video with a discussion on human willpower. Bet you didn't expect that, didn't ya? Kano went through a lot of abuse, to the point she was unable to make her own decisions, and the way she persevered really inspires me. She is still somewhat naive. I bet her heart would melt if you say something like, "I would keep flipping the coin until you become free and happy." But she really developed into a more independent yet loyal person. No matter how hard life brings you down, you can still recover, and Kano is a testament to that. Anyways, that's my list of the best Kimetsu no Yaiba female characters. And this title has a lot of them. Some can be good friends, others great partners. If your favorite woman wasn't featured here, like her for example, then make your own list in the comments. And yo, don't forget to check out my other videos, and if you like my nasally content, feel free to support this channel financially. Kisses. Partners. If your favorite woman wasn't featured here, like her for example, then make your own list in the comments. And yo, don't forget to check out my other videos, and if you like my nasally content, feel free to support this channel financially. I really hope this video is not gonna get age restricted because of all the babes. Speaking of horny though, watch this video where I talk about demons getting down and dirty. Kisses.